You want to know what it takes to be a titan? You want to know what separates the ones who rise from the ones who fall? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's not even opportunity. Because let me tell you something. Opportunities don't just knock on your door every day, waiting for you to answer. They don't come with a pretty bow and a note saying, "Here you go, this is your chance." No. What makes a titan is mindset. It's the way you think, the way you move, the way you refuse to let the world define you when it's trying to break you down. It's that fire in your gut that says, "I don't care what you throw at me, I'm coming through." See, life is a fight. Every single day you're stepping into a ring. Some days the opponent is doubt, creeping in like a shadow, whispering lies about what you can't do. Some days it's fear, staring you down, daring you to flinch. Some days it's that voice in your head, the one that's been there since you were a kid, telling you you're not good enough. You're not strong enough. You don't have what it takes. But a titan doesn't listen to that noise. A titan stands up, squares their shoulders, looks that doubt and fear dead in the eye, and says, "I'm here. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm gonna break every barrier you put in front of me." Let me tell you something. Barriers aren't there to stop you. They're there to test you. They're there to see how bad you want it. You think anything worth having comes easy? You think greatness just falls into your lap like some kind of gift from the sky? No, greatness is built. It's forged in the fire of struggle, in the sweat of hard work, in the quiet moments when nobody's watching, and you still get up and keep going. It's when your legs are shaking, your hands are bleeding, and your mind's screaming at you to quit, but you don't. That's the titan mindset. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the walkers. I've been knocked down. I've been told no more times than I can count. I've had doors slammed in my face, opportunities snatched away, people looking at me like I didn't belong, like I was too small, too rough, too whatever they decided I was that day. I remember being a young man hustling, trying to make something of myself, and folks would laugh. They'd say, "Who do you think you are?" But you know what I did? I didn't sit there and feel sorry for myself. I didn't wait for someone to come save me. I got up, I dusted myself off, and I said, "You can't stop me. You don't get to decide my story." Because here's the truth. Nobody gets to decide your story but you. Nobody gets to tell you what you can't do, what you can't be, unless you hand them that power. And a titan never hands over that power. You've got to understand something. Being a titan isn't about being perfect. It's not about never falling. It's not about having a clean record with no mistakes, no stumbles, no mess-ups. It's about what you do when you hit the ground. Do you stay down? Do you let the weight crush you? Do you let the world walk over you and say, "See, I told you so"? Or do you plant your hands in the dirt, push yourself back up, and say, "I'm still here"? That's the choice. That's the moment that defines you. That's when you find out who you really are. Not when everything's going your way, but when everything's stacked against you. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every titan you admire, every person you look up to, they've got scars, they've got bruises, they've got stories of nights they didn't think they'd make it through. I've had those nights where I'd lie awake, wondering if I was chasing a dream that wasn't mine to catch. Nights where I'd question every choice I'd made, every risk I'd taken, but they made it through. I made it through. And you know why? Because they believed in something bigger than the pain. They believed in something bigger than the obstacles. For me, that's faith. Faith in God, faith in myself. Faith that there's a purpose to every step I take, even when I can't see where the road's leading. You've got to have faith too. Faith that you're not here by accident. Faith that the fire inside you, the one that keeps you restless, the one that won't let you settle, isn't there for nothing. That fire is your power. It's your strength. It's what's going to carry you through when the world says quit, when the odds say stop, when your own body says rest. But faith alone isn't enough. You can't just sit there with your hands clasped, waiting for the heavens to part. You've got to back it up with work. You've got to put in the effort. You don't get to just pray for a miracle. You've got to move your feet. You've got to take the first step, then the next, until you're running toward what you want. No excuses, no shortcuts, just you and the grind. Let me ask you something. What's holding you back right now? What's the barrier standing in your way? Is it money? You telling yourself you can't start because you don't have enough? Is it time? You saying you're too busy, too stretched, too tired? Is it somebody telling you you're not enough? Somebody whose voice has been living in your head rent-free for years. Whatever it is, I'm here to tell you it's not bigger than you. It's not stronger than you. You're a titan. You were born with greatness in your bones, with a spark that can burn through anything if you let it. But you've got to claim it. You've got to fight for it. You don't get to sit on the sidelines of your own life, making excuses about why it's not your time yet. Your time is now. See, too many people spend their lives waiting for the right moment, the right break, the right permission. They say, I'll start when I'm ready, or I'll try when things line up. But titans don't wait. Titans take. They take responsibility for their own path. They take action when nobody else will. They take the hits, the setbacks, the no's, and they keep moving forward. You want to break barriers? Stop waiting for someone to hand you a sledgehammer. Pick it up yourself. Swing it yourself. Smash through whatever's standing between you and your greatness, because nobody's coming to do it for you. Nobody's gonna carry you over the line. It's on you. And don't get it twisted. Greatness isn't just fame or money or applause. It's not about the big house or the shiny car, or the crowd chanting your name. Greatness is what you build inside yourself. It's the man or woman you become when you refuse to give up. It's the legacy you leave behind, not just for you, but for the people watching you, the people who need to see what's possible. Your kids looking at you to figure out what strength looks like. Your family depending on you to show them how to stand tall. Your community waiting for someone to step up and lead. You're not just building for you, you're building for them. You're showing them what a titan looks like when the world says bow and they say no. I've had to learn this the hard way. I didn't wake up one day with all the answers. I didn't walk onto a set and have everything handed to me on a silver platter. I worked. I studied. I stayed up late, poring over scripts when my eyes were burning. I got up early, hitting the pavement before the sun was up, chasing auditions that might not even pan out. I took the no's and turned them into fuel. I remember one time, early in my career, I got turned down for a role I wanted bad. The director looked at me and said, "You're not ready, not ready." I went home that night, looked in the mirror and said, "I'll show you ready." I didn't cry about it. I didn't complain. I got better. I worked harder. And every time I thought I couldn't go any further, I told myself, one more step, one more day, one more try. That's how you build greatness, one step at a time. No excuses. You've got to be relentless. You've got to be hungry, not just for success, but for purpose, for meaning, for the chance to look in the mirror and say, I gave it everything I had. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Not the trophies, not the headlines, not the pats on the back, but the fight you put up, the heart you showed, the barriers you broke when nobody thought you could. So let me tell you what I tell myself every day. Don't stop. Don't settle. Don't let the world box you in. You're bigger than that. You're stronger than that. You've got a titan inside you, and it's screaming to get out. Let it out. Let it roar. Let it shake the ground you walk on. Let it wake up everybody around you and make them wonder, who is that? Because that's who you are. A force, a power, a titan who doesn't back down. You're gonna face hard days. Days when you want to quit. Days when the weight feels too heavy. When the road looks too long. When the voices inside and out say you're done. But those are the days that make you. Those are the days that turn you into a titan. So when they come, and they will, don't run from them. Don't hide. Stand tall. Look them in the eye and say, I'm ready. Bring it on. Because you are ready. You've been ready since the day you were born. You just didn't know it yet. This isn't about where you've been. It's not about what you've lost, what you didn't get, what you didn't have. It's about where you're going. It's about what you're willing to do to get there. You've got one life, one shot. Don't waste it playing small. Don't waste it doubting yourself. Don't waste it with excuses about why you can't. Step up, show up, break the barriers, build the greatness. I believe in you. I know you've got it in you. I've seen it in people who didn't even know they had it. People who thought they were too broken, too lost, too far gone, but they found it. And you can too. The question is, do you believe it? Do you believe you're a titan? Do you believe you're meant for more? If you do, then act like it. Live like it. Fight like it. Because the world doesn't need more people who shrink, who cower, who make excuses. It needs more titans who rise. So get up, right now, wherever you are, whatever you're facing, get up. Take that first step, then take another. And don't stop until you've built something you're proud of. Don't stop until you've broken every barrier in your way. Don't stop until you've unleashed the titan you were always meant to be. No excuses, no waiting, no whining, just you, your will, and the greatness you're going to build. That's the titan mindset. That's how you break barriers. That's how you build greatness. Now go do it.